Greetings, hello guys. In this video I'm going to talk about landmines and explosive charge. How do they work? How can you rotate it? Is it worth having? Is it worth crafting the landmines? What purpose does it have? And how they actually work. So let's get into it. So all we need to know about landmines is that once you step on it, you're going to be able to start the damage. Fine. So I disabled right now my god mode. So you're gonna see in heavy gear how much damage it deals. I have 4 vitality. So I'm gonna go to light gear. So right now I'm in light gear and you're gonna see how much damage it does. As you can see, around 3 traps or even 2 could kill you with 40 vitality. Altogether, landmines are really powerful weapons to use. They deal a lot of damage and most likely the players who you're gonna face will be in light gear and not in heavy. Especially if you're playing on a private server and not official. But the thing is that this landmine damage is just pretty insane. What about buildings? So the reason why I wanted to show this is that if you see that I planted 2 bombs here, I'm gonna go through landmine over there. It's gonna activate the bombs outside, and it works for the drawbridge too. As you can see, I planted 2 bombs in front of the drawbridge and I placed the landmine just right over here. I'm gonna just step on it, and as you heard and see it, it activated the bombs behind it. The reason why you want to do this is that you don't want your enemies to one-shot your foundations or your drawbridge, because if they do so, then you're pretty much fucked. So basically you shouldn't allow your enemy to one-shot one of your foundations or drawbridge or gate frame, because it's not good for you. So what you want to do is not allow him to one-shot it. And how you can do that is that basically they're gonna just place down explosive jars, right? So what you want to do is just make some explosive traps so you can activate their bombs and just repair your foundation, drawbridge or whatever building piece you want to repair. So by doing this, you're not gonna allow your enemy to one-shot it. So then you might ask, why don't you just do it with a bomb? Why you want to do it with a mine? If you go into crafting, you can see that one exploding trap costs a little bit more than just 1 jar. You need 20 brimstone, 20 branch and 20 iron bar for crafting 1 exploding trap, 1 mine. And I would consider it to be not cheap because of the brimstone. So why would you use this mine instead of the jars? You could just place down jars as well to activate the jar behind it. Why would you do that? The reason for that is that you're doing less damage to your foundations and building pieces with these mines. As you can see, so basically it doesn't deal that much of damage than an explosive jar. So you want to use this so that you minimize the damage your building pieces are getting. And when you're doing so, you should wear heavy gear. What I prefer to do is that when I'm on a defending side, I usually go 50 encumbrance and 40 vitality, and I just don't care about the rest. Because you need the vitality and you might need the encumbrance so you can carry the repairing materials with you. So you can repair for like ages, and also just these traps or mines, you name it. So just make sure that if you're on the defensive side that you have some mines, these traps on you, because then you can just repair it continuously, and if you're not allowing the enemy to blow through one foundation, then you're pretty much good to go. You're not gonna get raided in that case. Alright, so how does these traps work actually? So you can place these traps down at any location in your area. So if you have the land claim, you can place it anywhere you want to. But on enemy territory, enemy's land claim, you cannot place it. So you can't bring it there so that you just explode their explosive jars, for example, if they have like any. So what you can do is that you can just only have it on your territory, and you can also have it on natural territory where there is no land claim and the building is allowed. So what you could do is that you could go to an open field, for example at Brimstone. There are many fights, and sometimes you could just go like heavy gear or light gear and just bring like 5 explosive traps with you. So you could kill many people by doing this. What you have to do is just constantly place some down in front of you and just walk through it. And then they're gonna just, if they are following you and they are not paying enough attention, they're gonna just die to it, because as you could have seen on the light gear section, it was like huge damage. So if they are not paying attention, they're gonna die. So basically with these landmines you can activate a jar. As you can see, it got activated. I don't know about activating other mines. I don't think that works. So with these landmines you can activate other bombs from this distance, for example, and through your foundations and everything. The thing is that it has like a range of like 3 to 4 foundations, I believe. As you've seen, it got also activated and it was quite far away. Okay, so let's check it out. So actually what you've seen is that what we could do is that the landmines doesn't activate each other. But if I place an explosive jar and I activate it, then it's gonna activate the landmine with a little bit of delay. Alright, so what's up with the jars? I don't know if most of you probably don't know about this, but how jars work is that you can rotate them with scrolling, you can rotate them with control, like holding control, or you can rotate it by holding control, then rotate, or what you could do is just press the scroll button and then it's gonna automatically adjust tilt. So it would tilt automatically where you want to. And doing this is really helpful. It's helpful because most of the cases what you're gonna see is that you won't be able to place a bomb on a slope roofs, for example. You try to tilt it and maybe you find a spot or two, but you won't really like find it. So what you should do is just press the scrolling button, and then what you would see is that it would be automatically rotated if you bring it to a new ground, for example. And then if you don't find it, all you have to do is just scroll up and down and you'll find the spot what you need. Moreover, you can place bombs, explosive jars, through small holes. It is a really good example, this drawbridge, as I showed you in earlier videos. You can place them through. So right now I'm at docks. I'm going to show you a little bit of a secret. It's not really a big secret. But what you can do is that, as you can see, I already fitted like 4 bombs through this hole. So I'm gonna show you on another hole. What you could do is that basically you crouch. I usually just go first person, and then I just try to fit it in, and there you go, it is in, and you can just place it through this small hole. And as you can see, this is like really tight, but you can still fit it through. So you don't need a big hole just to place bombs. Another thing is that usually bombs take like, deal damage from 6 to 10k HP. But underwater, to the structures, they deal like normal damage to normal structures. So I'm gonna just stand here so it takes all the damage, hopefully. So as you can see, they dealt the normal damage to foundations. Let's check out how much they deal to chest. They deal normal damage to the chest as well. But let's check out the wall damage. So they deal less damage to the vault, as you can see. As you can see, it deals from like 3 to 5k maximum, like really 6k damage, but that's the really maximum. Usually you deal like 7 to 10k damage altogether. But for certain reason, to vaults you deal less damage. As you can see, I dealt around 4k damage, 3.5k. So that's like half of the damage what it usually does. So explosive jars are really interesting. Underwater they deal like less damage to the vaults. So thank you guys for watching. In the next video I'm going to talk about something different. Up until then, bye.
No sleep, no rest, night crash, right, but first I stretch.